Just ahead of his first Canadian show, Bill Cosby tells us his fans can expect the show of their lives. But first, are Benedict and his fiancée expecting a Cumber-baby? Page 6 reports Benedict Cumberbatch and fiancée Sophie Hunter are expecting their first child. The newly engaged couple hit the red carpet in Palm Springs over the weekend, where Hunter possibly disguised a baby bump under a flowing maxi dress. The 38-year-old Cumberbatch, who announced his engagement via a newspaper notice back in November, is supposedly delighted to become a dad. If it's true, Cumberbatch has plenty to be excited about these days. He's a contender for the Best Actor Golden Globe this weekend for The Imitation Game, which is also getting plenty of Oscar buzz. Speaking of baby news, we've now learned the gender of Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's newborn bundle of joy. It's a girl. As we told you yesterday, the couple reportedly welcomed their first child just before the new year. There are reports circulating her name may be Violet, but we're hearing that's false.
Oh, no, she's confident.
Justin Bieber's got a new reason to be confident. He's just landed himself a Calvin Klein campaign.
My comments.
The Canucks singer stars in the brand's spring ads alongside model Laura Stone. Tonight, Bill Cosby is expected on stage for his first performance on Canadian soil since his latest sexual assault scandal broke. The embattled comedian has 3 Ontario shows lined up for the next 3 nights. And even though there are threats of protest, calls for cancellation, and even the Premier of Ontario weighing in,
I would certainly not go to a performance.
Cosby doesn't seem too concerned. He tells Entertainment City, quote, "I'm going to give my fans the show of their life." Cosby's lawyer has denied all recent sexual assault allegations against the comedian, who has never been charged. And tune in tomorrow for full coverage of Cosby's first Canadian show. Now, let's rewind to last night when a very Canadian film scored one of the most prestigious awards handed out on this side of the border.
It's always nice to have some recognition when you make something that is out of the frame. You know, it's really a strange movie.
Quebec-based director Denis Villeneuve won the Rogers Best Canadian Film Award, along with $100 grand for his thriller Enemy, starring Jake Gyllenhaal.
Why'd you come looking for me? I needed to know. I have some questions for you. It's a movie that is full of question marks.
The flick takes place in Toronto, where it was filmed. It also had its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival in 2013 and won 5 Canadian Screen Awards. And we've got awards on our mind. As our Entertainment City team prepares to head to LA for the Golden Globe Awards, the first round of presenters have been announced. Nominee Amy Adams, Robert Downey Jr., Kristen Wiig, Chris Pratt, and Channing Tatum are among the celebs who will present this year's Globe winners. We'll be catching up with all the stars on the red carpet ahead of the show. Tune in Monday for full coverage. It may be up for a Golden Raspberry rather than a Golden Globe, but the revenue numbers are in for the interview's first week and a half of release. The controversial flick that almost didn't see the light of day after terrorism threats still managed to pull in $31 million in online and video-on-demand sales. In addition, the flick has made more than $5 million in limited theatrical release. We're looking ahead to what's sure to be one of 2015's hottest films, Ant-Man. The first full-length trailer for the comic book flick has just been released.
One question. Is it too late to change the name?
And what do you think of Paul Rudd's first turn as a Marvel Comics superhero? Let us know on Twitter @NCity.